Welcome back to another episode of Seymour Shenanigans. Seymour Shenanigans. We gonna shenan again.
Hey!
We gonna shenan again. Hey y'all, we know it's been a couple of weeks, but it's okay. You know, life be lifing.
What's happening? What's happening?
Life be lifing.
Man,
You been have fun these 2 weeks?
I have.
Yeah, what you even doing? All type of weird stuff, probably.
Swimming.
Swimming! Yes, we have been swimming for weeks and weeks. I'm basically like Shaniqua Phelps.
There's a mermaid over here.
Mermaid.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll take it. How you been liking swimming?
I love it.
You love it?
I look forward to it. I be like, man,
Me
ready to
too.
get in that water.
Even though I be tired as hell because it's early in the morning, but then I just hop in the water and be like, all right, let's go.
You know what? Yeah. Like it's early in the morning, but once I get up, I be fine. Like I don't even mind. I look forward to it.
Right.
So it's not like getting up is the hard part. Plus, it's one of those things where it's like, just get up, throw some swim stuff on, and keep it moving.
True.
You ain't gotta get all
dolled up and nothing like that.
Yeah.
I think that's like a really cool activity that we decided to do together.
I do.
Because I'm like, one, if you know, we love going on a vacation. And one thing I'm gonna do is get on somebody's boat and get in the water. But I always have on my life vest, so that usually is the thing. But I've always been able to float. And so this year, for the last couple of years, we kept saying like, oh, we want to learn how to swim. Like, and last year I was trying to get in contact with this same company at the community center and nobody was answering. So this year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take my butt in there and I'm gonna just ask. And luckily the manager was on staff and connected us and all other stuff. And so we started it. Yeah. And this is our activity that we was like, you know what, this is something we're going to do together and learn together because we don't know everything, right? And so I think it's so much fun. I also feel like it's allowing us to connect even more and grow our bond even more.
It is. It's definitely an activity where it's like we get to see each other and like help and understand each other. Like, hey,
yeah, like
the instructor said, you want to try this, you want to try that.
Yeah,
and it helps us become better swimmers.
Yeah,
so it's definitely
because Jarvis be out there kicking the hella water, splashing everybody in every lane. And they be like, relax your legs. He be like, oh, okay, I get it. Go back and do the same stuff. The instructors they look at me and we just be busting a laugh. I'm like, yeah. And then we can tell like when you realize like you need to relax your legs because then the water isn't splashing as much. And the same with your breathing. They be like, go to the side, not all the way, bring your face up. And he'll go still do the same thing. But then again, you can tell midway, he's like, you can see like, oh, he's making that change. Like, oh wait, I ain't supposed to keep bringing my head all the way up out the water.
That muscle memory is hard, man. Look.
So yeah, swimming has been good. That's been a very fun activity. What else? What's another fun activity that you feel like would be good for us to do like as a couple? Or even if it's not like necessary activity, but I don't know, what's something else like that you feel like that you would like to do? Or that we have been doing and I just don't remember.
Ooh. That's a good one. I can't think of nothing right now.
But you gotta think of some. The people want to know. They want some ideas.
I think it's one of those things like for us is just spending time together.
Yeah.
The main thing. I've told you all plenty of times whether it's just like her sitting there like we just being in the same room as each other.
Yeah, but that's lame. We do that on a regular basis. I'm talking about something that's going to like actually strengthen our connection and continue to build upon what we already have. I think the next thing we should try is a cooking class. Like we both know how to cook, but it's like it's something different about like going to an actual cooking class and learning different type of meals and like the beauty of it all, like making pasta from scratch and doing all that yada yada yada. What would you say?
That's interesting. I think we could do that.
Okay.
I think we could do that.
Okay. Let me see what else we could. Maybe even something like, I don't know, but we'll come back to that maybe.
Yeah. Maybe something to pop up. You know, it's usually very random when it comes.
It is very random. It's very random when it comes to my thought, and then boom, I execute it so fast you would think that I had been thinking about it the entire time. He be like, it was just a thought. How did we get here? And I'd be like, oh, was it supposed to stay a thought? Because I thought we were supposed to like go full throttle with it.
I guess.
I'm just saying. Anyways, now to the topic at hand. Is platonic friendships acceptable in a marriage? What do you say? And if you don't know what that means, that's having friends of the opposite sex.
Okay. I'm glad you broke that down for them. Because me, I think yes.
Okay, tell me more.
It is acceptable as long as there are boundaries that are in place that are understood, which you would think sometimes, for a lot of times, are understood, because sometimes that friend may be somebody that has been there from the start before you've even been in a relationship, and you guys have a genuine friendship. You know, it could be somebody like that you guys have connected and like been like, it's one of those things where it's also, if they are a friend of that person, they're also a friend of the spouse's person as well. Does that make sense? Like, instead of being just that friend, but like that other friend, the male, so they can be together. You know, like they have great time, they see each other maybe at work, or they work together in the past, or they collaborated on business dealings and things like that, and they just have a great friendship, because it's one of those things where it's like, sometimes having friends, platonic friends can actually help you become a better spouse, become a better friend, a better person overall. Because if you just dealing with your spouse, the only person who may be of the opposite sex of you, it can kind of like skew your mindset about. Get what I'm saying, baby? No. So
you lost me when you said it can kind of skew your mindset about what? About who?
About.
I'm just so loud. About.
It can change your mindset, because it's one of those things where it's like, you want to be able to have healthy relationships, and so it may give you another perspective on how to deal with people of the opposite. Because you actually, if you have genuine friendships and all that you pretty much value the opposite. You value and cherish what you have from that platonic friendship and of the opposite sex. You know, is as long as you and your partner are on one accord, you guys are safe and secure in your relationship, and your friends understand you guys have a great relationship, great boundaries are in place, I don't see a problem with it.
Okay.
What about you?
Yes and no.
Okay.
And I only say because it depends on. It's so many variables that goes into place, right? So yeah, like these were friends that you've had before you even got married, before you met your spouse, absolutely. Because who am I to tell you can't be that person's friend, right?
Right.
If it was a genuine friendship, right? Not some ex that's trying to still be with you, get back with you, or they still got some type of like subtle feelings, like
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't work.
Absolutely.
I feel like that doesn't work. But if it's a friend, they've been there for the longest and they are accepting of your significant other, then, and you know, and they're cool, there's no bad blood. And that's not to say like now they have to be your significant other best friend too, but there has to be a level of respect there. There has to be like, you know, you guys have a decent relationship, whatever. Like, your spouse should know about that person.
Absolutely.
So that's friends that was before the relationship. But now, what about people that comes after the relationship, after the marriage has entered, has begun, has been on the way, has been gone on for years or whatever, and now you got this new friend. I'm not saying no to that, but now it's literally one of those things of, you not my husband friend, you are a friend.
Right.
You can't just be like, oh yeah, this my new friend so and so, and think that's gonna be, that ain't your friend.
Nah.
Absolutely not. Just like I can't no dude come in my life right now and be like, I want to be your friend. First of all, we all know that's dude's first pickup line. You can't have no friends. Absolutely not. You want to be my friend? Go talk to my husband. Put us in a group chat. That's how the type of friends we gonna be. But like, and it's not to say you don't like meet cool people. Like, let's just say like at your job, you got a lot of different like associates at your job. These not all your friends, but a lot of different associates at your job. Some of them are your friends and I know about them. Some of them you didn't really get real close with until like after certain positions or whatever, and we had already been together. And so like you've done a good job of saying like, oh, my friend so-and-so. And then I'm like, what friend is this? Because if y'all know my husband, he'd be the first to tell you he ain't got no friends. Sorry to his friends out there if y'all been thinking y'all his friends this whole time. But he would tell you he ain't got no friends because he don't like people like that. So the minute he say, yeah, my friend so-and-so, and it's a girl, I'm like, what? Where does girl come from? And then he has to literally say, I work with her. I've been knowing her since X, Y, and Z, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's one of those. It's in the way of like, okay, this is one of the people in his head, they his friends. But I just told y'all, he say he don't got no friends. But in his head, y'all his friends. It's just, y'all don't hang out like that. Y'all don't talk like that. And all this other stuff. So it's like, okay, where does person come from? But because I know they work with him and I know the dynamic of the relationships for the most part, of mostly all of them just about, it's like, oh, okay, got it. I don't have nothing to worry about. And if they texting you, you like, oh, so text me, blah, blah, blah. Or if I see him like in his phone, I'm like, bruh, hello, are you going to pay me some attention? He's like, oh yeah, I got to text what's her name back because we trying to figure out this. And I'm like, okay, cool. Hurry it up. I just want some attention. Like, tell her you'll text her back or him, whatever, later. I'm trying to get some attention. So y'all should feel loved if he actually texting y'all back, because y'all just don't be texting nobody back. Put them on blast.
It be your own people.
Be your own
people.
And do. But no, I do feel like, but back to the situation, the topic at hand. Coming into one's life after the fact, he's already been married, whatever, I do think there are certain things that just needs to be said. And it's not on that person, it's on you as the significant other, of course, for the most part, because you're the person that owe your significant other loyalty. So it's like, okay, oh yeah, so-and-so, my friend, or so-and-so, when it like, we all going to hang out, whatever. And it ain't no you and just that one person. I don't think that's appropriate for anybody.
No, not at all.
Like, you know, not in no, like, now that person, like, because I have male friends, right? But they were my friends before we got together. And, like, some of them are, like, good, like, at handiwork. Some of them are just good at certain things, or, like, they're very resourceful. And, like, I know that I'll tell you, like, hey, I'm about to text so-and-so to see about X, Y, and Z. It's that cool. You know, you be like, yeah, I'll be like, cool. You know what I'm saying? Because if I know somebody that's going to do it, why pay a stranger or, you know, whatever the case may be. But it ain't never a situation where like you don't know about it.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, but like I said, I think if they was here before the relationship and they've always remained respectful and, you know, there are standards in place and boundaries, because the standard can be don't text my phone after 10 p.m. but the boundaries is you not answering after 10 p.m. even if they like calling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as long as that's in place, I feel like that's okay. And as long as both individuals know about like, oh, your significant other friends, and let's be very clear, because don't get up in them comments like, well, that is like controlling. No, it's not. It's being transparent so that your spouse never has to question or be caught off guard.
Communication is key.
Exactly. And transparency is different than honesty, because transparency is you're willingly giving up the information without even having to being asked. Honesty is being asked the information and now you're telling the truth about it. There is a difference. Like Jarvis, when we got into this relationship, well, that was one of the first things I told you, right?
Yeah.
By all my friends. I ain't even got I ain't even got a whole lot of male friends. They ain't even really my friends for real. I call them my homies, because it's a difference for me between homies and friends, because homies, I don't talk to them all the time.
It's right. It's one, like, it's that, like,
yeah.
You're not with your friends, like, you're not going out like, oh, like they one of your, like,
right, yeah,
real close friends.
Yeah.
Like, y'all going out on, like, dinner days, just friends, like hanging out, like
I do with the girl,
right? Then you're not doing that. Yeah. And then, like, same with my friends, like, it's not like whenever we go out, it's usually like in a group setting, or invite us to a party, or we go out there having a birthday or something like that, or and we talk every now and then, communication. But it's not like we going out once a month. Yeah, we going to some.
But I think even like the lady friends, like, they ain't finna even let him come outside without me anyway.
Right?
They be like, "Where Mrs. Seymour?"
Exactly.
And I love all his CTA friends. They be looking for me. I love y'all. I saw them a couple weeks ago at the little barbecue. I felt like I was a celebrity.
You are. Look, and literally the first thing a lot of people say, "Where your wife at? Is she here with?" Look. Yeah, come on.
One thing they don't. I can respect it. They don't play. They be like, "Nah, what Mr. Seymour at?" Or I think maybe once or twice you've been somewhere and I wasn't. And they was like asking where I was at, and I think I was like at home. I had something else going on, but they be like, "I love you, girl." I be looking at, cause they will literally walk up to us and act like he don't care. He's like reaching out for a hug first or whatever, because those his people. They be like, "Skirt, Mrs. Seymour." I be like, "Oh my gosh, they love me out here. I feel loved." But I rock with it though. Like, that for me, that's respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, they respect you for one, and respect me in our marriage or whatever. Even like some of my homies, like that every now and again, like if I'm out somewhere and I run into them, or I'm at a setting, because there was a lot of times where I had to be at like functions and he couldn't be there due to his work schedule. The first thing they ask, "What Jarvis at? Where your husband at? He ain't coming outside? Why he ain't coming outside?" The man at work, damn. Motherfucker, y'all know me. Okay. But nah, they like, "Oh, well, tell Jarvis," I said, "Hey, he better be here the next time." So, you know, but they like Jarvis too. We went to my recent high school thing. They knew who
everybody
he was.
Right. Came up like the same thing. "Oh man, we watch y'all videos, y'all funny, bro. You keep doing what y'all doing. We love y'all." Like, everybody knew my name, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
And he
what's
just
his name again?
What's his?
I remember him. I remember faces, but I can't remember names.
He terrible with names. He just knows somebody look like. He be like, "Oh, I don't know his name, but I know you know him. You know him." And I be like, "Who you talking about?" But nah, so I think platonic friendships within relationships and marriages is doable. I really do think it's doable. It's all about having the right standards in place, respect and boundaries, and transparency in place. Because, like you said, you sometimes do need another perspective, and not on like hardcore personal like deep stuff, but just like another perspective of like how the opposite sex mind works, right? And so if you have like a solid friend, like you were saying, a solid friend that's unbiased and that's honest and not on like no sneaky bull, it can be helpful.
It can be.
You know, I remember when we very first started dating, and you had that one friend at work that don't work with y'all no more, and y'all true story, cause that's my girl now, but I didn't know who she was at first. And so I'm at work talking to Jarvis is not answering his phone. Remember? Not answering his phone. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Because I know he ain't got nothing to do right now. I'm at work though, right? But I ain't actually do my damn self. So I'm like, I think he texting back like, "I'm gonna call you right back." And I'm texting like, "Why? What are you doing?" Like, because I knew it was a time like you was on a break or something too. And I'm like, I'm trying to maximize this time. And so he finally called me back. I was like, what were you doing? Like, we ain't got that much time. He was like, I was on the phone with so-and-so. I said, who the hell is that? And why you ignoring my call for that chick? And he was like, that's my friend. She was having male trouble, like with her boyfriend or something like that. And she needed my opinion. I said, she ain't got no other male friends. I'm trying to talk to you on our break. He's like, I am her friend. But because Jarvis knew who she was dating, she trusted his opinion on how to like navigate a tough situation. And I was like, oh, well, whatever. Don't do that no more. Next time you tell her, you gotta call her back. I'm on my lunch. And he was like, okay, whatever, like whatever, right? And I think I probably met her like a month or two later, and he was like, this is so and so, and I was like, oh, hey, girl. I was like, girl, what's up? But by that time, but I understood it though. But when I met her, she was super nice. She's a super, well, at least to me. I can't speak to everybody else. She probably pop off on y'all keep playing with her. But she was super nice to me. But she also welcomed me in like open arms. She was like, oh my God, it's so fine, nice to meet you. I was like, oh my God, nice to meet you too. And it was just good to actually just put a face name to like, name to a face. Cause I'm like, and no for y'all talk about, don't get up in these comments about some, nah, she was being jealous and insecure. Nah, I wanted to become first cause I'm on lunch. And he was on lunch.
Cause I was getting ready to go back to work.
To know his job, once he ain't on lunch no more, I ain't gonna hear from the man again. At that time, it wouldn't have been until like basically like the next morning, cause you was working overnight. So I'm trying to maximize this time a little bit. I'm like, okay, cool. And then, and I forgot, cause then I was like, well, is she okay? I'm like, what happened to her? I think he only told me like a little snippet, but like, she was okay though. After a while, she was okay. Cause I did get concerned after the fact, like, shit, let me make sure the girl okay. Cause for you to not answer my call, and he always answer my calls, I'm like, there must be really something going on. But that's my girl. I ain't seen her in a minute. I miss her.
Yeah.
Let's get her on the socials though. But anyways, so I think platonic friendships is good as long as everybody's in agreement with it. But let me add this.
Go ahead.
If your significant other tells you to cut somebody off because they know they gut is telling them that this person ain't right, listen to them. Because you may not know it, but your significant other knows. Especially like women, our intuition, spidey senses go ding, 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 ding. We know when another woman whole time is on some BS, trying to be on some slick shit. True story. I was dating, why are you laughing? I was dating this dude years ago. Excuse me, over 10 years ago. And I told him, she like you, my boy. That's my best friend. Woo, 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 woo. And if he watch this, he gonna know I'm talking about him. But that's my homie. I said, cause we homies now. I said, she like you. No, she not. I don't think of her like that. Ooh. And granted, I believe him. That was true. But after a while, eventually we broke up. You know, it was a heartbreak for the both of us. She made her move. He thinking he going to his friend, and don't kill me if you watch this. He thinking he going to his friend, crying her shoulders like, damn man, she just broke up. Woo, woo. Baby, she made her move.
Shot her shot.
And at some point it landed. They eventually got together. And I found out because all the homies was telling me, all his homies told on him after the fact.
It be your own people.
He told one of them told. After a while, it was a minute, it was like a year or so later. I was like, yeah. But that's because he was trying to hit on me the whole time. And I'm like, bro, now you know I was with your homeboy. I don't even get down like that. But tell me, was they effing around when me and him was together? But he was like, nah, they wasn't. That's the reason why I know for a fact he didn't look at her like that when we was together more than a friend. Because his homie did verify that. But I told him, I said, that girl like you and she want to be with you. And I was right. Period. Another true story, right?
Break it down, baby. Break it down.
When you tell somebody, if your significant other tell you that girl like you or that dude like you, whatever the case may be, you gotta cut them out. If something ain't right, you gotta believe it. This other dude I was dating sometime in college, I told him, this girl was treating me weird. She was like coming for me. She was being very disrespectful to me. We had no problems, and all of a sudden we had problems. And I told him, they was cool just because they was cool. I said, hey, you can't be friends with her because me and her ain't friends. Like, she mad disrespectful. Do you know this man would not stop being friends with her? He did not see and understand the importance of not being friends with her. And he continued to be friends with her. So eventually I broke up with his ass. Because how you choosing her over me? You know her because of me. Y'all had like one class together. The people on this campus see we be together.
Okay.
Here and there. But it's child. And then eventually it came out somebody else. One of her homegirls told me she was trying to make a move on him. Telling you.
Laying in the wind.
Telling you. The crazy thing is, she was never his type, so that was never going to work. They never got together. Eventually, me and him got back together. That was a very toxic relationship. I'm just telling y'all true. Anyway, that was one of those, oh girl, young and dumb. But yeah, so it's like, nope. Listen to your significant other if y'all really in tune. You know what I'm saying? You should never be friends.
Sometimes that outside view will help you. Yeah,
but you should never be friends with somebody that your significant other is not friends with. Like they feel like threatened back, not threatened back, but like there's bad blood in the relationship. Like they don't like your significant other. I don't feel like you should ever be friends with them. Right. Only people you can still kind of talk to if they don't like what your significant other is your family, because you know you can't get rid of your family. But me personally, I'm against that too.
You can cut them off.
Right?
You can cut them off.
Could it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But you know, some people, it's harder to cut family off, so whatever.
But friends, it ain't nothing to cut it off.
Y'all heard Jarvis. He like
friends that don't like your spouse. Look, it ain't nothing. Look,
he like to call people bitches. And if he cut you off and you keep playing, he gonna slap your ass too. Oh man. Okay, anything you want to add? Go ahead.
But I'll definitely say the main benefit or a benefit of having platonic friends, platonic friends, is you get to see your spouse. How do they genuinely feel about the opposite sex, where they're not getting anything from? Like, do they really value men and women? And
are you saying like nature? Do you really value women?
Yes. And in your case, do you really value men?
Got you.
Outside of dating, outside of your dating, your relationship, marriage.
So based on their friendship based on your friendship with that woman, I get to see, do you actually value women outside of this relationship?
Absolutely.
Got you. And vice versa. Got you. And you know, I know you stand 10 toes down on that, because I remember early on in our relationship, and I think we said it in a video before, I was very adamant that we needed to have a friendship as our foundation base, right? Mm-hmm. And I never forget, Jarvis used to be like, you've actually taught me how to like appreciate women outside of a relationship, because I now have to think about things, because I was having like real just friendship conversations in the midst of like romantic dating conversations too, and like teach him about like a woman's body, like all type of stuff like that. I would talk to like my closest homegirl. I would have all these conversations, and it made him understand it more, which also why I understood when you was talking to what's her name. Mm-hmm. Even though I was like, why you ain't answer my phone call? I also understood it, because I'm like, okay, he's literally being a listening ear in an unbiased, non-threatening way. Like, I'm trying to get with you type of way. And she needed that. And so, yeah, that has always been your stance. Like, one thing I would say about you, you're definitely always up to learning something. Like, you're always open to learning. That's why you like history. He a history major. I mean, junkie.
Absolutely.
Anyways, they ain't have nothing to do with nothing. But, okay, cool.
But I'm open to learning new things and trying new things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So, y'all tell us in the comments. Y'all good with y'all significant other having friends? What's y'all standards around that? Boundaries around that? Like, what's the non-negotiables, deal breakers, all the other good stuff? Tell us, okay? And subscribe to our channel if you're not already subscribed, because why wouldn't you be? You on YouTube, blow us up, baby!
Kaboom!
And follow us on all our social medias at See More in Action, okay? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, okay? And of course, y'all know what time it is. It's See More Shenanigans. See More Shenanigans.
We gon' shenan again. Hey! We gon' shenan again. Peace.